Buckle up and get ready for a fun ride.
It's about to go down.
With over 20,000 episodes of the best outdoor shows.
That's the cool thing. It's got something for everybody.
We're the home of the adventurous, the champions,
These guys are the best of the best.
the legends.
There are bigger things happening out here than just shooting bullets at animals.
Get 3 months of MyOutdoorTV for only $1 a month when you use promo code YouTube1.
North America's most popular game animal has existed for over 2 million years, long before modern man.
An incredibly tough and resilient species that thrives in diverse habitats across the continent. It's an animal that millions of sportsmen pursue, both close to home and in faraway places.
It's the single species serious hunters everywhere recognize immediately, and the one that became so popular it warranted a magazine dedicated solely to it, a brand that now has existed for nearly 40 years.
It's the game animal that truly can be credited for today's widespread participation in land management and habitat improvement, practices that have helped whitetails thrive.
It's the species so many have dedicated their lives to pursuing.
It brings families and loved ones together and creates memories that will last a lifetime.
It builds friendships, strengthens bonds, and changes lives.
It's the North American whitetail.
North American Whitetail, presented by Wild Tree.
Welcome to season 19 of North American Whitetail TV. We're coming to you again from Johnny Morris's Wonders of Wildlife Museum. We're right here in Springfield, Missouri in the Bucks and Bulls Hall. Haynes, it's season 19. Can you believe that?
I can't believe it, man. Such an awesome celebration of North American Whitetail Television. And also this year, it's our 40th anniversary of our magazine. We've got some great coverage coming to you on that. But this, our first episode of the year, we're headed to Wyoming to Trophy Ridge Outfitters with our friends Ralph and Lenora.
But before we get to the finalization of that hunt, we have some great segments that we're gonna kick off this year, starting with Dr. Deer.
Yep, stay tuned. Dr. James Kroll and myself, we're talking about velvet bucks and understanding the summer pattern and why bucks do what they do in the warm season.
We're also going to be showcasing the Mike Beatty buck in our Big Buck profile. This buck actually has a neat story. This deer was taken the year that I graduated high school.
That's a former Pope and Young world record, incredible deer. And finally, in our On Target segment, we're talking about bucks jumping the string when you're bow hunting. Great topic.
Great topic, and you'll understand why after you watch the hunt, so stay tuned. This is the beginning of archery season. Opening day in Wyoming, September 1st. The first hunt of the year here at North American Whitetail TV for myself and for the show, the whole cast, really. So we are in northeast Wyoming, a little northwest of Hewlett. It's beautiful. You're kind of getting pine ridges and small mountainous type landscape. Big alfalfa fields or millet fields where these deer are coming down off those pine ridges and out of the drainages right into those big agricultural fields. Not only are you seeing a lot of deer, but you're seeing a lot of big, mature bucks. We're gonna be employing either lone wolf tree stands or we'll be using blinds of some sort there on those food sources, within those food sources. Larry has us set up on a great spot. He's been seeing some good Pope and Young bucks in an area that are coming off of a ridgetop feeding right down into an alfalfa field. And he's got a blind set up for us that we're gonna hop into. And there's a pretty good trail that comes right across about 25 yards in front of us. And right out of the gate, we find out that Larry knows his stuff. We're set up in the blind, and we hadn't been there probably 15 minutes, and immediately we have our first doe come out across the field. And from there on out, it was a party scene where the first person arrives, and then the next person arrives, and that's what we just started seeing with the does. And before you knew it, we were up over 5, 6, 7 does. It kind of settles the deer when they can look out into that feeding area, the place that they're used to going, and see other deer already there interacting. It's a kind of a calming tool. So we look over to our left, and the first buck appears. He's a nice young 2.5-year-old deer, and he's coming right down our direction. He continues down the 2-track just as Larry had told us this deer was probably going to do. 32, 28, 22, he cruises on by and he's headed over towards the corner of the alfalfa field. The anticipation's there now because you realize that Larry is on his game, he's got this place locked up, and now we've just got to wait for the right deer to come by.
We hope you enjoyed this free preview from MyOutdoorTV. To continue watching, start your free trial now. Then get your first 3 months for $1 a month when you use promo code YouTube1.